Hey, AJ from the Moto Academy here today. Finally getting to ride and test a 2024 YZ250. I've ridden the new body style 450 and I'm quite honestly in love with it, but I haven't ridden the new body style 250. I'm going to compare it against film guy Grant. We don't have a nickname for Grant yet. What's Grant's name?
Access granted.
That's horrible. That's not his name. Hope you guys didn't even hear that. We got Grant's bike. This is a 2020 something. This is the last body style 250F, which I loved those. We're gonna ride them head to head, give you guys a little review, let you know how much better or maybe how much worse this one is than the old one. Let's do it. All right, so I'm gonna take the old one first. 2020 unknown. Hours unknown. Ow. Does it have an hour meter? I don't know. Is it safe? We don't know. Is the chain lubed? Definitely not. Does it have gas in it? Who knows? But we do have a real, this looks like he won it from one of those machines where you put coins in it and then twist it and that pops out. Shout out Grant. Has this bike been started yet? Yeah, Jackson's riding this thing. All right, here goes. Forks are really soft, shock is really stiff. Oh my God, whoa! Not exactly a clean lap. Hey guys, before we get back to the video, Moto Academy is doing a world tour in 2024 and we're releasing dates every single week. So head over to themotoacademy.com if you want to train with myself and the Moto Academy. If you didn't see a location near you last time you're on the website, pop over to themotoacademy.com again, because like I said, we're posting new dates multiple times a week, every single week, and we're going all over the world. Themotoacademy.com, go check it out. Back to the video.
I hope you don't say this.
Oh, your front brake feels bad.
Do a quick lap.
Well, I think they're doing little bikes.
Yeah, you can make it one more. True one lap, everybody goes through.
Yeah. When was the last time this bike was out there?
It's been a week now. It's good.
Idle's too rough. Well, I didn't touch anything on the other bike, so I won't touch anything on the bike. What's your guess?
My guess.
Based on the visual. Which bike do you think I was faster on?
You looked like you were attacking the track a little more on mine, but you looked maybe slower and smoother on yours.
Now the only problem is I got hung up on a lot of my laps on this bike. I was trying to keep going to make it fair so I could have a proper lap time comparison, because I'm not sure which one I would have been faster on. But here's the breakdown. So slightly unfair, but maybe not. This bike has, I can only assume, quite a few hours on it. But does it have motor work done?
High comp, yeah.
So high compression piston.
Yep.
And exhaust?
No.
Oh. So just a high compression piston?
Yeah.
Race fuel?
No.
And then this one's got a full exhaust, but that's it, right? Before I give the scores, a little breakdown. Old chassis. I like the chassis. It feels really fat, which has always been the case with Yamahas. It just feels fat the whole time you're riding it. Forks felt really plush. Shock felt really stiff. It was a weird, it did not work together front and rear. Is that stock suspension?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So your forks were really plush. The shock, not so much. It was kicking me in the butt really bad. But a lot of bottom end power for the most part. I was able to leave it in third gear and didn't have to use the clutch too much. Power overall wasn't bad. I also went straight from my 450 to this bike, so it was a little bit unfair in that sense too, but I was pretty impressed with the power overall. Brakes, I don't know if a lot of you guys care about brakes or not. I am huge on front brake feel and how the brakes work. Brakes on this bike were quite good. Throttle was a little hard to turn, which is odd. Feels like you're pulling a bike with a really old cable on it. It's just annoying. But other than that, not bad. I'm gonna give it a 7.8. Moving on to the new chassis. Chassis, way better. It feels narrow front to back. It doesn't look as clunky when you get a glimpse of the front fender, which personally I like the slimmer front fender. I know you shouldn't be looking there, but there's something about that just seems nice. It makes the whole bike feel more flickable and more narrow, which is really good. I like the wing seat on this bike, although I could probably go without it and be fine. Handlebar setup I liked on both, probably equal. Throttle response on this bike, as far as the movement of the throttle, great, but it had a real gargle off the bottom, and I could not take the corners in third gear on this bike. I had to go to second for all the turns, which was super annoying. Anytime I would leave it in third, it would just fall completely flat on its face. I expected this one to make this one feel like a pit bike, and it didn't. That one felt faster, which is crazy. It was very surprising to me. Also, front and rear suspension on this bike felt too stiff. You could probably do clickers on both and get them a lot better. This is exactly just as they are, me taking them. This bike felt like it was too stiff. Matt's way heavier than Grant, I would guess.
You're not gonna say way.
I'm 190.
Oh.
I know.
Same? Okay.
So what's funny is I actually went stiffer on the front.
You did?
Yeah.
It just felt like it wasn't moving. Where this one, that's what I like about the Yamahas, where it's really plush and goes all the way through. This one didn't feel like it was doing that. Actually, this bike felt kind of like the Honda, where it just rode really tall and it never really sat down at all.
I moved the porch way up.
So that definitely could have done it. What else? Gargled off the bottom, which could be a mapping issue. It definitely needs to be geared taller because it had no bottom end, which the old ones had crazy bottom end, so that's surprising. But with that being said, it didn't feel like it had more top end than this one. The top end felt the same, and the bottom end just felt worse on this. The brakes were horrible. Do you use your front brake a lot? It almost felt like there was a gloss over the front brake, like there was nothing. And before I even went out, I squeezed the front brake and I'm like, doesn't feel right. And when I got out there, I was squeezing that thing as hard as I could and I couldn't get any stopping power. Rear brake was okay, but you really need that stop to work.
Find the rider triangle, that was one of the big updates with the new gen.
The rider triangle felt more Honda-like on this bike, which I like. It sits a little taller, you feel really nice and squared up, where this one I kind of felt like I was sagged into it, which I don't really like. For a sand track, maybe it works better. So I'm gonna rate the new one for what it is, and this is me just getting it as is right now, right here today, I'm gonna give it a 7.5. So the old one wins. Totally did not expect that to happen, but I bet you, and we're probably comment below, let me know what you've done to the new one if you have it. I'm sure there's a couple of small tweaks that can be made to make this one really, really good. It sounds crisp when you sit there and rev it, but when I got on the track, it just would not pull third gear at all. Have you played around with the mapping at all yet?
Yes, Kiefer made a map, and that's the one I ran on there. The stock map might be better.
So Kiefer made this map? So that could have been the problem. Got him. Got him. No, but actually, if Kiefer made a map for what? Totally stock? Yeah. So you then took his map and then put an exhaust on it? That could be a problem. That could definitely be a problem. Can you put the stock map back on?
Yeah, you just push the button.
Can you push the button? Can I do a couple more laps? I'm not going to rate it yet. Oh, I already rated it. Yeah. I'm going to re-rate it. Hang on. I'm giving it another try. I'll know right away if it's different or not.
I was going to say, we'll do a half of one and pull off.
Yeah. All right, another attempt. Stock map this time. See if it fixes the problem. It was exactly the same. So the score of 7.5 remains. Let me know in the comments if you have one, if you've ridden one, what have you done to kind of fix that issue, or maybe that's not a common issue, although he says that seems to be the common complaints about them. So there you have it, folks. New versus old. I always get asked inside the Moto Academy app, should I buy a slightly used bike to save a couple bucks? Should I fork out the money for a brand new one? Maybe sometimes it doesn't make as big of a difference as you would think. There you have it. And also, I have no idea what the heck I'm talking about. Subscribe to the Moto Academy app. Toodaloo.